Drakkar Klose, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Good. And I mean, the start of this year has been a bit of a rocky one for you, hasn't it? I mean, you were due to fight in February. You had, a fallout of opponent. You got a last minute opponent, and then obviously that didn't go ahead at all. Can you talk a little bit about what happened there and your thoughts and feelings surrounding what happened?
Um, we showed up Vegas. Everyone took their COVID test. Everyone was good. Um, Friday came, I made weight. We did our second test, and one of my corners came back positive for COVID. Um, which I think is weird because, I've been training with my coach for the last 3 months, and it feels like we all should have had COVID. You know what I mean? And then 2 hours before the fight, they had told me that they pulled the card, the fight. So on to another fights. But it is what it is. It's a blessing because I think this is a way better fight for me. Even though Jeremy's on a 3 or 4 fight losing streak, he's still dangerous. So.
And going back to that night, what was the emotions like for you and the team? Because obviously you've been out for quite a while now, so you're really gearing up to fight. You think everything is fine, it's going ahead, and then on the night you find out that it's being pulled. I mean, what are the emotions from you and from the team?
Like I wasn't too mad because there was nothing that we could do about that. I was just worried about getting paid. You know what I mean? Like I made weight. Like, am I gonna get some money? Because this happened to me before when I was supposed to fight Beneil in Sacramento, and I was there fight week, and he had got injured, and they couldn't find a replacement, and I got nothing for that. You know what I mean? It was like I wasted a lot of money in that camp. So my thing was just hopefully I got some money for making that weight and trying to do my job.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about kind of the time away that you had. Obviously, you've been away for about a year at that point. Um, how was that year off? What did you do? Did you make any improvements? How was that time off for you?
I had sustained an injury, leading up to that my last fight, and I got it taken care of after the fight. So I had a lot of time off. I just worked on my mental game and just cut some people out of my life, and just try to get back to being me and being happy because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really matters is being happy. Um, going to a fight not 100% mentally there can get you hurt. And, I think I've been happy, a lot happy. So I'm just excited that I'm happy and I feel like I'm myself again.
Good. And going back to the Beneil Dariush fight, um, what was your takeaway from that fight? Obviously, it didn't go your way, and a lot of people talk about that second round. Um, looking back at it now, what do you take away from that? And has there been anything that you've worked on that's going to help you kind of going forward?
Um, if I can go back to that fight, I would do a lot of different things. I think if I was to fight him 10 more times, I think I would beat him. I just got too excited. I kind of let my coaches and the crowd and everything play a factor in that fight. Where in my head I knew I wanted to take my time and I could have probably put him away in the third, but I seen Iron Man and Michael Irvin, they're all in the crowd, and I'm like, as soon as I hit them, I'm like, oh, I'm about to put a show on for them, and I kind of threw my game plan out. But but what I took away from that is just be patient, and enjoy that time in the cage, and you don't have to rush it. Uh, Eventually, the knockout or the finish is going to come.
Mm. So then, when did you find out about this matchup with Jeremy Stevens, April 17th?
It was, I think, maybe a week after um, my fight got pulled. I think it's a way better matchup, Jeremy Stevens. You know, he's fought everybody, and he's dangerous. Um, you know, like I forgot the dude I was supposed to fight, Saicho Bob or whatever
Luis
his name
Pena.
is. What's his name?
Luis Pena.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was supposed to. You know, I think it's a way better fight than you know. I mean, going to fight him that would have been some easy money, but you know, now Jeremy Stevens, it's like you know, I think about him a lot more. I didn't think about the last two opponents too much. You know what I mean? It's like I knew I was going to beat them, but with Jeremy, it's like, hey, I have to be on top of my game and make sure I don't let my guard down with him.
Yeah, and you mentioned obviously he's coming off of four losses in a row. But he's making his obviously he used to fight in lightweight and he's coming back to lightweight. So in in that case, what do you think you can expect from him?
Be honest, I think me and him are like we're similar. You know, I think you know we get frustrated really easy. You know, we just like to try to throw big shots. Um, but I just know he's just gonna bring it. You know what I mean? Just be ready to fight with him.
Is there anything that stands out to you about him? How would you assess his skill set in there?
Oh, not very technical. He's a brawler. I think with him, I'm just gonna have to, you know, just bully him a little bit, make him respect me, and then you know, take him down a couple times and get him frustrated, and then have him throw big shots where I can counter him, and hopefully I get the knockout. I'm thinking someone's gonna get knocked out. Let's just put it that way.
And you mentioned obviously with the Beneil Dariush fight about the crowd, obviously that kind of playing a part for you. Obviously this time round there's not going to be a crowd, so do you feel like that's going to work to your advantage at all?
I think it is because sometimes you know I let the crowd you know kind of get in my head, and you know I'm trying to entertain them, but at the end of the day, all I really need to do is just win. Um, so this is the last card before they have fans, so I'm kind of excited about that. You know, my last fight was the last of fans, and then this one's gonna be the last before fans. So I'm excited.
Definitely. And lightweight division obviously has been a lot of attention on the lightweight division, since Khabib retiring. It is a stacked division anyway, but, what's your opinion about what's going on at the moment in terms of kind of the uncertainty of the title?
Be honest, I'm not trying to chase the title anymore because it's like most of those dudes, like once you get into that top 15, you're like grandfathered in. So it's like, what's the point of even trying to fight for one of those top positions? And depending on how this fight goes, I might if I beat up James Stevens pretty good, I might drop down to 45 and slap those little dudes around.
Okay, okay. So how do you feel you match up with those guys down at featherweight?
Oh, they're all. I mean, like I'm a short dude, and they're shorter than me, so I think, and I'm pretty fast. I'm explosive. I think I'll do really good down there if that's what I decide to do. So,
Okay, what's your opinion about Max Holloway? Obviously, him and Volkanovski. They've had that kind of back and forth. What's your opinion about how things are there in featherweight at the say top five, top 10?
um, be honest, I really don't know too many. I like Dan Ige. He's a real good dude. He's the only dude I really pretty much follow at that weight. I like him. I like Max, but other than that, it's like I really don't see. It's that division's kind of weak right now.
Okay, and then obviously Michael Chandler is coming over from Bellator. He's now obviously up there in the mix as well. What do you think about Michael Chandler coming over into the lightweight division?
Be honest, I would love to fight him. I, like I don't know what Hooker was thinking when he fought him. Like he didn't even swing at him. Like I think with Chandler, if you put the pressure on him, he's gonna break. He swings hard, but other than that, he hasn't really beat anybody. You know, if you look at Bellator, you know, he beat my old teammate and my brother Benson, but other than that, he really hasn't beat anyone.
Okay, so in terms of you moving around, then your future, what do you see your future at featherweight, or do you see yourself maybe continuing at lightweight?
Um, Wherever the money's at, I'm just trying to fight maybe 4 or 5 more times and just be done because I don't see the belt coming to me. It's too much politics. So
So do you think for you it's just about having fun, finding some fun matchups?
yep, that's it. Just make this money and just be done with this sport.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular that's kind of made your mind like that? Anything in particular?
It just I don't know. It just I don't want to speak my mind because then I might you'll see tomorrow I get cut. But I don't know. It's just too much politics. It's not like in wrestling. It's the best wrestler. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you're good, you get that title shot. And with this, it's you gotta beat somebody or not. And if they wanted me to be crazy, they should have seen me 10 years ago. When I was doing wild things. But I'm a little older now, and I'm trying to be. I got a son, so I can't be acting that way anymore.
So do you see a long future competing in the sport, or do you see yourself maybe doing something else?
Uh, I'm just trying to make some money, invest it, so I don't have to get punched anymore.
So in terms of your fight, April 17th with Jeremy Stevens, how do you see that going down?
Entertaining. I think it's gonna be fireworks. I see myself getting the victory. Um, Hopefully, I don't think I've ever been cut open yet. Um, I'm trying to get cut at least once before I retire. So let's see. Hopefully, he can cut me open.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you back in action. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.